Cyberpunk 2077 version 2.2 just dropped with some fantastic updates like having Johnny Silverhand sit alongside you when you're driving around, being able to change the paint jobs on your cars to ones that you see out and about, as well as customizing it. But what we really care about is, does it perform just as good or even better on the Steam Deck? Well, I think it's actually running it a little bit better with my recommended settings. I'll run through them all in just a second. But as you can see, loads of effects popping off here, not really dropping down lower than 30 frames per second, and even pushing up to 40-50 frames per second in certain circumstances. So out in the usual game world, definitely is running nice and smooth, and I think some of the effects are making it look a little bit cleaner as well. And I did end up testing this for a few more hours because I just love Cyberpunk 2077 overall, but I do love how well this runs on the Steam Deck. Now, what I generally do, and after fiddling around with lots of settings, these seem to always be the best balanced, is to actually go and use the Steam Deck preset, but then change the resolution scaling to Intel XESS or XE Super Sampling 1.3 on balanced mode, and then go and turn motion blur off. Apply those settings and you're going to have an absolutely awesome game running around in Night City. Now, Phantom Liberty does still have a few issues, but they are definitely more improved than what we've seen before. But before we dive into that, I know people are going to ask about FSR 3. Yes, it is still performing okay, but look at the trees down the bottom. This is why I don't use FSR, and also the bushes in the bottom left and bottom right. If I swap this back to XESS, even on balanced over FSR 3 on quality mode, you'll see just how much cleaner they look. So that's why I generally favor XESS even with balance mode over FSR 3, because we don't really get much difference in the performance, but XESS still looks much better for me on the deck. Inside Phantom Liberty, even with basic fights, we're still pushing over 30 frames per second, and cutscenes and inside areas pushing close to 50 frames per second, looking absolutely gorgeous. Driving around fast though in Dogtown, which is part of the Phantom Liberty expansion pack, still does have some issues and some shader pop in and bits and pieces, but if you're not driving around fast or you're in areas where you're just running around on foot, it definitely is still a lot better. Being able to change your car's colours on a whim though is absolutely awesome, and I can finally not have a white and gold colour band driving around, and you can now experiment with all different colour schemes for your cars. Overall, I'm still so impressed at how well Cyberpunk 2077 is running on the Steam Deck, so do check out the Game Awards because it has a few nominations for Best Game, HDR Game and Best Optimized Game on deck, so check out the link in the description below. Let me know if you're going to be diving back into Cyberpunk on deck or what you've been playing recently in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.